In a small village nestled among lush green fields, morning mist gently danced over straw rooftops at dawn. In that village lived a blacksmith named Arjun, a kind, hard-working man, exceptionally skilled at his craft. His hammer strikes rang like steady music, shaping the finest gates and blades in the region. But there was one strange thing about him. No matter how talented, Arjun struggled with a simple task, waking up on time. Each morning, the alarm clock rang endlessly, and each time, he hit snooze again and again. While the village was already bustling, with markets opening, fields being watered, and courtyards swept, Arjun remained curled under his warm blanket, dreaming of mornings that belonged to tomorrow. And then one day, the biggest opportunity of his life came knocking. An opportunity that could elevate his status in the village. A chance to prove his true talent. But when they came looking, Arjun was still asleep. Perhaps you've been like Arjun too, promising yourself you'd wake early, only to hit snooze, miss a workout, be late to work, or simply lose control of your day. So what helped Arjun change? How did someone who overslept become a symbol of discipline and success? Today's story will show that waking up early isn't just about alarm clocks. It's about choosing whether you master life or let it slip by. Village mornings often began with roosters crowing, the rhythmic pounding of rice in backyards, and the soft curl of wood smoke. But for Arjun, it always started later. At 5:30 a.m., his old clock rang. As always, he reached out, not to turn it off, but to hit snooze. "Just 5 more minutes," he mumbled, a phrase many of us know all too well. But what he didn't realize was that those 5 minutes weren't just a slice of morning. They were the rhythm of an entire day. While other blacksmiths lit their forges and prepared their tools, Arjun still slept. He arrived late to work, often needing to stay well into the night to catch up. Customers waited. He felt tired, behind, and constantly out of time, even though everyone in the village had the same 24 hours. Sound familiar? You may have promised to wake early to exercise, learn a new skill, or simply find peace. But then the bed was too warm, the pillow too soft, and you told yourself, "Tomorrow I'll start." But tomorrow never comes if today you keep hitting snooze. Comfort, sometimes, is the silent enemy. It doesn't kill dreams with violence, but with delay. A little ease today can become the regret of tomorrow. Every opportunity in life, big or small, comes with a time limit. If you're not ready when it arrives, it'll move on. And Arjun's biggest opportunity arrived just like that. But when it knocked, he was still sound asleep. No one in the village questioned Arjun's talent. The hammer danced in his hand, each strike precise and powerful. His work breathed life into metal. People said, "Even iron comes alive in Arjun's hands." Then came the village's biggest festival, a celebration everyone awaited. The blacksmith who crafted the temple's main gate would be honored for generations. No one was more deserving than Arjun. All he had to do was wake up. That morning, the village head and his team visited Arjun's workshop to discuss the design. But the door was closed. No smoke from the forge. No sign of life. Arjun was still asleep. Unable to wait, the headman gave the job to Mohan, a lesser-skilled blacksmith, but one who was always on time. When Arjun woke and heard the news, his heart sank. The golden opportunity, to prove his worth, to be recognized, slipped away because of one lazy morning. That was the moment Arjun realized. Talent without discipline is just unused potential. It doesn't matter how good you are, if people can't count on you. Like a beautiful bow that never draws. The world doesn't wait. Opportunities don't pause. And often they go to the ready, not the best. Filled with regret, Arjun turned to the village elder, a man who had seen many seasons. And on that humble porch, the old man shared a story about 2 farmers and a lesson from the rising sun. The elder smiled gently. "You know," he said, "I once thought mornings didn't matter either. But a story from long ago changed that. 2 farmers lived on opposite ends of the village, Vikram and Sohan. Vikram rose before dawn. Sohan slept late, waking only after the sun was high. Same land, same seeds, same tools, but vastly different results. Vikram worked in cool morning light, his mind fresh. He finished early, spent afternoons with his children, or resting under a tree. Sohan rushed under the blazing sun, forgot tasks, and was always exhausted. He was frustrated, angry, and never had enough time. Then came a stormy season. Vikram had harvested early, his crops safe in storage. Sohan? Half his harvest was lost. He'd waited for tomorrow. The old man looked at Arjun. The difference wasn't in the soil, but in who started first. Waking up early isn't about alarms. It's a mindset, a discipline, a decision to meet life before it rushes past you. Those who rise early, they get picked first. Not because they're the best, but because they show up. That night, Arjun set his clock earlier. And when it rang, he rose, eyes heavy, heart determined. The wind was cool, the village quiet, but Arjun felt something new. Life doesn't wait, but it always welcomes those ready to begin. The morning Arjun sat up at 5:30, his body resisted. His mind whispered, "Go back to sleep," but he remembered the iron gate he lost. The disappointed look on the village head's face. The sting of seeing someone else complete what was meant to be his. Sometimes pain, not advice, awakens us. From that day, Arjun did more than rise early. He began building new habits. He went to bed earlier, put away his phone. Each morning, he washed his face with cold water, breathed deeply, and walked around the village. Some days were easy, some difficult, but he didn't stop. He started journaling too. Today I woke up at 5:30. Finished 2 orders before 10 a.m. I feel proud. These lines became a mirror, reflecting his transformation. Change doesn't come from motivation. It comes from routine. Motivation can get you started. Only habit keeps you going. Win over the urge to snooze, and you start winning over the habits that once held you back. One autumn morning, Arjun opened his shop before sunrise. As sparks danced under the lantern light, he smiled, realizing that every morning is a new opportunity. And then opportunity returned. Since the day Arjun decided to change, every morning became a quiet ritual, steady and meaningful. 5:30 a.m. Alarm rings. No more sighs. No more retreating under covers. He rises, washes, stretches, walks into the misty morning. Do you know? Repeating an action for 21 days can form a habit. But for it to last, your brain needs a reward, a reason to keep going. Arjun's reward was simple. The fresh air that cleared his mind. The quiet hours to work undisturbed. The praise from early customers. Each day, discipline became his lever, lifting his life. One morning, a young boy asked, "Why do you open your shop so early, Uncle?" Arjun smiled, "Because the sun never sleeps in, and if I want to keep up, I need to rise even earlier." Success doesn't come from big leaps, but small consistent steps. Morning discipline sets the tone. When you master your morning, you master your rhythm, your work, your emotions, and your destiny. And then came the festival again. Festival season returned, with music, colors, and celebration. But this time, all eyes were on Arjun. The village head came, not with disappointment, but with trust. "Arjun," he said, "we want you to build the temple gate. It will be remembered for generations." Arjun had changed, not just in sleep schedule, but in every way he showed up. No more late deliveries. No more empty apologies. Every weld, every bolt, carried care and consistency. For 3 weeks, Arjun worked from dawn to dusk. Not rushed, not delayed, just focused. On the day of unveiling, the gate rose before the temple. Sunlight glinted off its carvings. People clapped, admiring. This isn't just iron, it's redemption forged into form. Talent may grab attention, but discipline earns respect. Discipline changes not just your performance, but your reputation and your self-worth. From once being seen as lazy, Arjun became a symbol of change. And that iron gate didn't just open the festival. It opened a new chapter in his life. One morning, Arjun sat on his porch, sipping hot tea. Mist still lingered over rooftops. Birds chirped softly in the distance. It was a moment he never used to know, because he always woke up too late. Now every morning felt like a gift. Not just time, but presence. Waking early isn't just about getting more done. It's about starting the day with clarity, calm, and connection. His mind was sharp. The world was quiet, and he could finally hear himself. One small change, waking 2 hours earlier, led to completing work ahead of schedule, learning new skills, spending quality time with his grandfather, writing morning reflections to center his day. When you rise early, you don't just get ahead of others, you get ahead of the version of you from yesterday. Waking early won't change the world, but it will change how you meet it. While most begin in chaos, those who honor the dawn begin with meaning. And through quiet mornings, a new life was quietly formed. One calm evening, Arjun sat beside the fire with his young nephew. "Uncle," the boy asked, "why do you always wake so early, even when there's nothing to do?" Arjun looked out the window, where the sun cast golden rays through the trees. He smiled and said, Because when you wake early, you hear what the day doesn't say aloud, who you're meant to become. Waking early isn't about rules. It's a gift to yourself. It's the only time when no one demands from you. No emails, no noise. Just you and the dreams you once promised yourself. Life doesn't reward those who sleep longer. It rewards those brave enough to rise sooner and plant seeds of greatness in the smallest of hours. And if you, like Arjun, have ever missed an opportunity because of a small habit, then today, remember, there's no perfect time to start, but there is a perfect habit that changes everything: waking early. If Arjun's story touched you, try setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier tomorrow. Step out of bed like you're stepping into a new you, and discover a better version of yourself is already waiting, just past sunrise. All you have to do is rise.